Game number 1 between Ace Gaming and Full Send in the loser semifinals. Blackhand sadly had to abandon this tournament, so the winner of this match will move towards the grand finals already. So there will not be a losers final match against Blackhand. Blackhand has to, just got disqualified because one player had to leave for a prom apparently. So he has IRL stuff to do. Has no time for Pokemon Unite. Winner of this will move towards the grand final. And we have Ace Gaming again with the Absol Nudo. And Rin going back to the Egger/Jungle as well, sticking to what they played through the tournament so far. And First Blood goes over to OG. They take down Bolby on the top side. Full Send still playing the random gaming team comp with the Sylveon and the Blastoise bot lane, sticking also to the same team comp they won EOS Cup with in North America. They're doing Crud on the bottom side so far. Nudo actually gets taken down. Bloodline is going to pick up this kill. So we have 1 kill to both sides right now. Nice pick off for Bloodline. Nudo a bit too aggressive there, gets slapped by Blissey. And gets absolutely taken down. First B-spawn is there. Pikachu has pretty low experience though for himself. He's gonna have a hard time even evolving to Blissey at this point. Only level 3. Has literally no experience past that. Retsu though has a pretty good amount of experience. And another kill happening on top side. He's gonna maybe try and go get this Audino now. He should be able to get this one. And I don't think it's enough to evolve him yet, but it should be quite close. There we go. Pretty close now. Just needs 1 Corpfish that spawned behind him to get his Bliss evolution if he wants to, but they're just gonna go aggressive for now. Snow points, hyperspacing towards bot side. Wants to cover here as well. We have a 2v3 scenario and Nudo's jumping in. I'm really not sure who got this Audino. It died very, very fast. And Otter is here now. Otter is trying to pressure Retsu a bit, but Retsu does run back to his goal. Ooh, Nudo is dropping super, super low again. Has to eject button away. The Absol kind of struggling in this early game so far. Playing Absol into Blissey and Hoopa again is very, very difficult. Always also Absol needs level 5 before level 5 is just very weak. Bolby whiffing the power punch on top side. OG is just gonna run away. Gonna meet him match number 2. And has a small level lead for now. Over Bolby as well. Otter's on his way to level 8. Pick up his Unite move for this first Dreadnought fight, hopefully. Just needs 1 level and a quart of experience to reach his Unite move, which should be very strong for this first team fight. We have now Hyperspace Porter going between top and bot. But no one's really taking it. Nudo now, backdooring. Scoring some points behind Full Send, but Full Send doesn't care. They're just gonna score themselves. Into the enemy goal. 22 again for the Blastoise. They care also Pikachu. Pikachu gets taken down. Meanwhile, Rin on the top side is pushing Bolby, trying to get OG further ahead. But Full Send dropping this goal to only 11 points already. Getting huge damage done onto his bottom goal. Nudo jumping in again, but he just has no chance against this for now. But also picked up level 7 now, after scoring some points behind the enemy lines. And it's gonna be a full-on team fight now. Full Send already in positioning. Only the Lucario is missing. This gets ported in. Now, Sylveon yet already has to be dropped by Otter, but they do get 1 kill. OG is already dead, and they're doing huge damage right now. The Blastoise just killing everything. Triple kill for the side of Full Send. They're gonna pay their attention towards Dreadnought now. Should be an easy take. Unless it somehow gets stolen by another Blissey or something. No. Goes over to the right side. Bolby's able to pick it up. And Full Send with a insane. They also get another kill on Absol too. With great early game. Celestial now level 9 on the Blastoise too. Can maybe look for a Unite move if he still has it. And they run away with this early game so far. We have now a Blissey with a 3 level lead. Hoopa having a 2 level lead over the other Hoopa almost. Well, 1 level lead. And Rin also level 9 already. Has to be careful. Celestial there was the Unite move on top side. And they take down OG. For yet another kill. Celestial is stacking his special specs right now. Goes into the rapid spin and Absol dies again. And so does Rin. Another 2 kills for Full Send. Who are just dominating this early game. And Slash is gonna fully stack his special specs right here. Score after score. Goes down on him. But they do lose Bolby in the end. But I don't think they're gonna care too much about it. Slash is super happy right now. He's gonna get fully stacked special specs. OG whiffing his Unite move, but he's still gonna get a double KO. Onto the Sylveon. Otter's gonna fall. Slash also is gonna be very low. Can they get this kill? Yes. Nice kill for Rin there on the Egger/. It's gonna get some nice experience from killing an overleveled Pokemon. Gonna also try and take Rotom now. Can Snow Points or Bolby maybe see this one away? The Power Punch is charging, but the close combat is there. And now it goes over to Ace Gaming. And they pick up yet another kill. Making some comebacks on this top side happen. Full Send just being a bit too aggressive. Snow Points can't defend this goal either. And they're gonna probably kill this goal, right? 14 going for Nudo. Sets it to 5. And then OG, when the time... He's actually just gonna get some more coins. They're gonna stack attack weight as well. Absol is running attack weight. So he's using this time right now to stack his attack weight even further. And then get a nice overkill of 37 points onto this top. They're just delaying this Rotom capture a bit, just so the Audino spawn later, right? The longer you wait, the longer it will take for the Audinos on the right side to spawn, which means they will also respawn later and they might have less Audinos through the entire game. Makes total sense, just stalling there for 20 seconds. Next, Dreadnought spawning in 11 seconds as well. Both teams are moving on. Pikachu is looking for his level 8. Blissey does get Unite move on level 8. And Snow Point's already in position, already dropping very early, the Hooper Unbound. Force team, right on the spawn of Dread. Have to be careful that they don't get stunned, trying to port in. Bliss Unite flies into Celestial. They already have 1 kill though on top side. They just don't even care about this Dread now whatsoever. IX Gaming is just going for top scores. It goes over to right side. Bloodline is able to pick up this Dread now for full send. But IX doesn't care, they just score top lane, which puts them 130 points into the lead. And yeah, I don't think it matters too much. A 37 overkill on this bottom goal is nice for full send. They get Dread, they get a nice overcap as well. And they get some kills too on top of it. Nudo went down on the Absol. IX Gaming just didn't think they want to fight this one and just went for a different play instead. Boyby against OG. OG is going to chase the extreme speed, but doesn't commit too much. Boyby just runs away to his own goal. Alright, 2 minutes until Zeptor spawns. We have 20 seconds for the next Rotom, which might be a nice pickup for IX Gaming. Full send also, if they can get maybe this into the goal. But I don't know how low the point is on the top tier 1 goal for IX Gaming. If it's under 20, then yeah, full send might not even want to take this Rotom. Always depends on how much HP or how many points is left on a goal. Maybe you can see that in a second. And Nudo just murders Otter. The Sylveon standing no chance against his Absol. Absol is pretty good against Hyperboy Sylveon, but he also has no chance against the Blastoise. There's always a bigger fish, and the biggest fish right now is probably the Blastoise. No, there's Aegislash. He might be the bigger one. They get 1 more kill. Rin goes in as well. Is trying to look for a kill on Boyby, but they both take each other down. Somehow. Both taken down. Bloodline's also going to die next though. Might be 3 kills going for the IX Gaming. Yeah, Bloodline gets Egg Bomb. Double KO for OG on the Lucario. They get 3 kills in total. Full send only getting 1 kill. And this Rotom is still up now, which might walk towards the enemy base. They're going to wait for it for now. They're not going to take it. They want to take it right before Zeptor spawn. And then hopefully make it walk towards the enemy base. And Full send knows this. They might look for a play on top. We already see Celestia going very deep again. But Otter just gets taken off once again by the Absol and Lucario. Celestia also has to run for the hits now. Can he make it out? Next extreme speeds? Yeah, he should be fine. He has Blissey as well, helping him out. There's a close combat. And wait, maybe? No, Celestia is gone super low. Nudo's on the chase. But he can't quite commit. Now, IX Gaming is now looking for this Rotom. They already stalled 30 seconds. And they're just going to keep stalling. Bloodline is trying to die here to Nudo. There's the nice Sucker Punch, but the Carmine Plus is able to deny all the damage going onto the Sylveon. And Rotom is taken 15 seconds before Zapdos. This was nicely done. They were able to stall it out quite a long time and still able to pick it up. And now it might pressure the enemy base on Zapdos. First hand is just trying to defend it as fast as they can. And in the end, Rotom is just a weak objective. It just dies super fast. But IX Gaming has control of the mid state now. But Snowpoint's already there. Snowpoint is dropping the portal into Zapdos. But he's dying very fast. Snowpoint is already dead. That's 1 kill. For the side of IX Gaming, Zapdos is dropping super low. It goes over to the right side. Fullsend is able to pick it up. And now IX Gaming just has to run to the right side, try and score themselves into the enemy base, potentially. Fullsend's already starting to score. They get 50, 100, no, 80 in on the first goal. They're gonna hopefully get 100 in as well here. They're trying. There's only 26 times 2 going in. And can they score more points? They have to actually getting kills now. Fullsend is barely ahead right now. Just barely ahead. Any score of IX Gaming can still put them in the lead as well. It's gonna be so close. 1 minute 23 to go. We have a lot of time. They're gonna take the hyperspace. And maybe just wait for now. They're just gonna wait for the 1 minute mark to now to say who's ahead and who's behind. It's an insanely close game for now. They're gonna reset. They have 1:11 to go. Both teams are gonna farm their Unite moves up now again for either a defense or a push, depending on what the 1 minute message says. But at 1 minute, IX Gaming knows they're behind and Fullsend will know they're ahead right now. IX Gaming gets the message we are struggling to keep up. So they know they're at least 21 to 99 points behind. And step look for a play. Pikachu, I don't know if he has score sheet or not. He could be having it. We have seen a lot of score sheet wins with Blissies in this tournament this weekend in Europe and North America. And maybe it's gonna happen again. They need just a few points. They have no idea how much they're behind though. Again, 21 to 99 points is the margin for them. OG's looking for it. They're looking for the dive now. Does Celestia have Unite move up? Can they do something about this? There we go. There's Celestia Unite moving, but it hits nothing of the Blastoise. They just have to spot 20 seconds right now. They have to start 20 seconds. IX Gaming is trying to capture. Pikachu is running towards the mid lane, has the score sheet, but it's not enough. He's gonna go down. But they went to score! A score went through for IX Gaming. Wait, who was it? Someone got a score off. And it puts them into the lead. Someone actually got a score off on this bottom path, on this bottom second tier goal. For the side of IX Gaming. Was it Rin? Was it the Aegislash? Someone getting a score off? And it was enough points. They just needed a few points to actually win this match. And they do! They barely win it! They barely win it! By 14 points, thanks to the last 5-second score from Rin on the Aegislash. I don't know how he even got it in. I don't think he has score shield. And they take it in the last 5 seconds of the match. Take the 1-0 victory. Game number 2. If Ice Gaming wins this one, they move on towards the Grand Finals to face Gaming Gladiators again. They already faced them once in this tournament so far and fall short to them, so maybe they can get revenge. But first they have to beat Full Send a second time. Ludo on the spot lane, trying to fight Celestia. He's going to try and get his attack rate stack. There's the first one. But he has to be careful. Blastoise is very strong early game with the Squirtle. Has a lot of damage, a lot of CC. And he blinks over to the Audino. Gets another one. Is going to score for 5 more points. I think he doesn't even care if he dies here. Goes for the enemy berries now. Goes for the enemy A-Pom into the Flux Zone. And the Squirtle is just left alone, stranding there. While meanwhile Full Send is trying to pressure top lane as much as they can. Rin dropping quite low, but has the Shadows need to get out. And they do get a kill on Ludo. Absol is going to go down, but he did get some stacks as well, so I think he's quite fine with that. Pikachu, can he see this one away? No, he can't. Just gonna X-speed and run away back to his own side without a worry. He's gonna start doing his Audinos. Top side, we have 3 of Full Send, even 4. Slash Outs moving towards top side. They want to 4v this 2 on these bees, so Ice Gaming just has to kind of sacrifice them. Have no chance of doing anything about these bees, but that probably means they will win bot side. Yes, they actually even get a kill on bot. They kill Blissey. With the Absol Blissey, able to kill the enemy Blissey, but Retsu overstepping a tiny bit, dies fall short to the Hyper Voice Astonish, and gets taken down. 1 kill for the top side, 1 kill for the bot side for each team. And this Absol is going to be very, very strong though. Is left alone right now to farm literally everything on his own. OG with some nice extreme speed. Is he going to get away though? No, the Hyper Voice is perfectly hit, and they get another kill for the Sylveon. Nudo now. It's going to be impossible to get any losses against the Absol now with the Night Slash plus, this Night Slash on L5. And the second one just always crits under something on low HP, but Bloodline's on the chase and Nudo has to blink away from the pounds just to not die to a Blissey. Supporters are bloodthirsty in Pokemon Unite, trying so hard to go for the kill. And Nudo almost level 7 on this Absol now. He's gonna Sucker Punch soon. Goes for the enemy Audino right now. There's the first Night Slash. There's the second Night Slash. He should be able to pick up this Audino quite easily. Unless he doesn't crit. No, he didn't crit. So he actually didn't get it. But Pikachu doesn't go down. Bloodline goes down. And they kill the goal super early into the game. They actually just destroy the goal at 740. Which in competitive it's a bit different compared to solo queue. If they can actually start pressuring the second tier goal with communication, it can actually totally be fine. And they're currently looking to invade some Audinos with the Absol. Who's gonna go back to base with the Hyperspace. Bees are spawning behind them now, and Nudo's on his way back to bot lane. We have the highest level currently in the game is Bulby on level 8 with this Lucario, looking for level 9, and OG is super far behind in this match so far. 2 levels behind. Might just stay top lane at this point to get some experience for himself. And Full Send is going very aggressive right now. If Ice Gaming loses this Dreadnought, they're going to be starved on experience quite a lot. Do we see a Pikachu Egg Bomb steal? No, we don't. It goes to left side. Full Send's able to pick this up. And it's a complete disaster for Ice Gaming now. They killed the goal, which means Audino spawn on the left side. They also lose Dreadnought, even more experience. But they do get some kills. They get 3 kills. Nudo's here just in time with his level 9 as well, just in case he has to use it. But they get 3 kills. Meanwhile, we see OG working on this Rotom. Triple KO. As well for the Lucario. But yes. X Gaming with some small comebacks there. Bit of experience from those kills, but behind in general. Actually not too far behind anymore. Even after losing this Dreadnought, they want to try and push this Rotom in now. Can they do it? Bloodline dies to the Absol. Absol also Unite moving, gets no points, blinks away towards the berries, is able to steal one away. Bulby's now under pressure a lot as well. Can the Absol do this? But the Water Sport just does so much damage. He tries to get away from it, but it's just not enough. This Blastoise is just so fast. The fastest turtle in the West is able to pick up the kill. And Retsu's here though to stop the 40 cap. That would have been a huge point score for the Celestial, but Retsu paying attention and makes it back to top side in time and stop it with a Hyperspace portal. Gotta be always careful though. If you Hyperspace onto your own goal, it doesn't do damage, so you always have to kind of place in a different way. Rin is diving super deep with the White Guard. Bulby's dropping so low and he dies to the close combat. There's Unite move as well from OG flying through, but the Bliss Unite onto Celestial to get into safety. This could have been a weird Bliss Unite. He might not have it for the next threat, but they get a kill on Retsu. Gets slapped to death, and the Hyper Voice is able to pick up yet another kill. For the side of Full Send. Bloodline, overstanding though, his welcome, and gets taken down as well. Man, these teams are just not giving each other a bit of room to breathe. Now OG is gonna get a 40 score for his Absol, for his Lucario. Absol looking for a kill as well, but he also dies. Dies in the middle of the map to the Sylveon and Lucario of Full Send, and they pick up a nice kill. Dread is spawning on 10 seconds. Some Pokemon don't have Unite moves up right now. And Snow Points again, so aggressive on the Super always, walking alone, dropping the portal super early on. But his team is not even there yet. His team has no chance of moving in. But now they are, but they drop onto the portal where the enemy is already waiting for. And we already have one kill. One kill goes down, and Rin is able to pick up this Dread now with his Unite move. They get 3 kills as well. Snow Point just a bit too early, and his team is just not moving in. His team was not moving in at all. And it took him so much time. And then RX Gaming was already in position to just counter the portal play and already start damaging them as soon as they come out of the portal. Rotom is now up. 2 minutes 20 until the next Zapdos spawns, and Full Send is working on this Rotom. Rin lurking in the back is looking for some auto attacks, has the red buff, it's gonna slow but already forcing Lucario's Unite, and they do get Rotom. They also get a kill already on Bloodline. Volbee's also going to die. And RX Gaming now looking super strong in this mid game. Slash Shield has to also just run away, but the Rotom actually kills the goal, so they can't get a lot of big overcaps there. As always, the most like a frustrating thing if a Rotom is the one that finishes a goal. They were trying to kill it before the Rotom moved in, but they couldn't quite do it. Curry was barely interrupted, same for the Blissey. So they got a 110 point lead going into this late game, and I think that's probably going to stay this way. I don't think anyone's going to try necessarily scoring right now at this point. Pikachu is a bit deep, but has the safeguard. Doesn't have to worry about it, drops to half HP. And just runs away with the pink blob. RX Gaming is a pretty aggressive position right now. And OG is just gonna die again. Dies to the Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice getting so many kills in this game. Rin is trying to stop the Hyperspace, but now he's in a 1v3 scenario. Isness, shield from those, he's quite tanky, he goes back into the Sacred Sword, and he just Unite moves. He finished off the Hooper of Snow Points. He will have to farm some experience to get his Unite move back up, but I think it's totally fine. Egg Slash has a very low cooldown, and he gets a double KO. Blissey also standing no chance against the boosted auto attacks of the Egg Slash, and he might even look for another kill. He's also currently on Otter. Otter against Rin in the mid side, but okay, both are walking away from each other. No one is committing for the full fight. Rin has to start farming now. His Unite move back up, and Ix is gonna pick up another Dreadnought. Pretty much uncontested. It's gonna give them some nice experience. It's gonna get Nudo closer to 13. Same for OG, who's also gonna move closer to level 13. And we have 35 seconds until Zapdos spawns. Volbee now hitting level 13. It's going to pick up the Close Combat Plus. It's just a bit more extra damage. Nothing too crazy. But more damage is always nice. RX Gaming still currently in control of the mid side. Again, Full Send just wants to run to Zapdos and flip it. So RX Gaming has to be ready. And they already start fighting quite early on. This time Volbee dies 15 seconds before Zapdos. This is how you have to play against this team comp. You just have to run and instantly look for fights before Zapdos even spawns. But Snow Points, you can already see him in the top L brush. He is ready to just walk in and drop the portal into Zapdos. They couldn't scout him out. And there we go. The flip is gonna happen. Full Send is just sending it, as usual. They're gonna run in. Otto Unite moving already with the Sylveon, so he can't die himself. And Zapdos is gonna die. Who's gonna get this one? It goes over to Hooper. Retsu somehow gets this one. Retsu somehow gets the Zapdos, but RX Gaming was already ready for this flip. They just decided to just go and score instead. And just let Full Send flip the Zapdos. And then Retsu somehow gets it on top of all of this. Incredible. So RX Gaming was already in a position to just give up this Zapdos. They didn't want to try and flip it. They knew they had a point lead. They're already ready to just score on the double point at double time. And RX Gaming still gets the Zapdos somehow, doesn't matter what anyways. I don't even know how the Hooper got it through all of this damage, but he did. So that's gonna be game. RX Gaming is gonna take down Full Send and they're gonna move towards the grand finals. GG's.